Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. Hope everything's good wherever you guys are. Guys, we've just had Anthony Joshua beat Jermaine Franklin in a pretty dull dull affair, really. I mean, um, I think Anthony Joshua, I felt he was a bit tentative. To be honest, I'll be honest with you, I can't remember an Anthony Joshua fight in recent times where I've looked at him and thought, wow, he looks exceptional. And, I've had people come onto my channel and call me an AJ hater and this, that, and the other, but it's been a long time since I've seen that guy like look unbelievable. And, a lot of his fans come onto my channel and they'll say, oh, you're hating on him, this, that, the other. I mean, it's quite clear to see that Joshua isn't the force that he used to be. He isn't as aggressive. He hasn't got the same mentality. Um, I thought he did. I thought he did okay. He won the fight pretty comfortably. Franklin was there to survive. Really, I mean, he looked. He's got fast hands, but I didn't feel like he really pressured Joshua. He didn't really jump on him. He didn't really try to go after Joshua, and Joshua was fighting at his own pace, really. So it made life easier for him. But again, I thought Joshua should have been more aggressive. He should have gone after him, looked to take him out. But again, Joshua, I just don't think has the confidence or the he just doesn't have that ruthlessness that he used to have. And that for me is the reason why I think Joshua now is a sinking ship. I think ever since he's lost to Ruiz, look, I think ever since he got knocked down to Klitschko, I think he changed a little bit. But I still think he had that killer instinct. I think the Ruiz fight was just the straw. I think some fighters, getting knocked out, they feel that it's like almost like a humiliating, and they don't want to experience that again. So Joshua, ever since then, has gone very gun shy and doesn't really let his hands go as much. Look, he did what he had to do. He won the fight. He won the fight. He won the fight comfortably. If that's what people gonna look at, because I know his fanboys are gonna come and say, "Oh yeah, he won the fight. I thought he looked good. He's under Derek James, this, that, the other." But yeah, it's quite clear to see for anyone that's looking at it from a neutral point of view that Joshua mentally, even the stuff that he says sometimes, it just doesn't seem. I find it hard to understand him sometimes. It's hard, like you just find it hard to connect with Anthony Joshua. And look, I wanted him to win today badly because I want to see him. Look, I think this is what AJ should do, in my opinion. I think he should just jump fight Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. There's nothing for him to prove anymore. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's a former two-time heavyweight champion of the world. There's no point of him fighting guys like Joe Joyce and getting beat by the. I think Joe Joyce would beat him, right? And I think there might be other guys out there that could beat him. So for me, like, Anthony Joshua has nothing to lose to fight Wilder and Tyson Fury, because I think that Wilder and Fury would beat him, right? That's what most people think. And I know some of his fans, again, will come and say, oh, no. Most people think Wilder and Fury beats Anthony Joshua. If you were to do a poll among boxing fans, most people would pick those two to beat him. So Joshua's got nothing to lose going into those fights because people expect him to lose, right? If he goes in there and beats them, Joshua's back, or Joshua could retire on a high, So for me, I think the Fury fight, obviously, because Fury beat Wilder, that's a big UK fight. And like I said, he's literally got nothing to lose. There's no point of him fighting guys like Franklin or fighting someone like Joe Joyce. It's very high. Like, I wouldn't say the Joe Joyce fight is low reward. I think it'll be high reward. But for where Joshua's in his career, it's low reward. When he could get a Fury fight, which would make him enormous amount of money. So look, I think the deal's already agreed, 60-40 to Fury. Whether Fury probably won 80-20 now, knowing what Fury's like. But that is the fight really Joshua should make, Eddie Hearn should make. Even Dillian Whyte, it's a fight which there is nothing to gain for Joshua in that fight. If he beats Dillian Whyte, well, he's supposed to beat Dillian Whyte. And Dillian Whyte's a lot more dangerous than Franklin. Dillian Whyte can punch, and Dillian Whyte's not going to die wondering. Dillian Whyte's going to go after Joshua. Franklin kind of came to survive. Dillian Whyte's not going to come to survive. So for me, that isn't really the right fight because I think it's too high risk and it's low reward. Low reward, and look, he'll get paid a lot of money to fight Dillian Whyte. I just think where he's at in his career right now, he needs Fury. That's the biggest fight, not just from a money point of view, because Joshua doesn't need the money anymore. He's got so much money. From a legacy point of view, if he beats Fury, right, that's another that takes him to another level, right? Even though I can't see him beating Fury, but you never know. It's a fight. Hey, if he lands a punch, who knows? Fury goes down and then he knocks Fury. It's not like Fury's got a granite chin. He's been down before. So maybe Joshua might chin him. Who knows? This is what I mean. Joshua should jump at that. Joshua should just make that fight. You know, he should try and make that fight come what may, because I don't think Joshua's got anything to lose. And most importantly, I think Joshua's there for the taking at this point. I think Joshua's sinking now. I think Joshua's on the other side of his career. He's not physically or mentally, I don't think he's that guy anymore. So the best thing for him would be to fight Fury, because he's got nothing to lose. What's he going to lose in that fight? People expect him to lose. So for me, that's the perfect fight. I think guys like Joe Joyce probably beat him. You know, Hrgovic, these type of guys are dangerous fights. You know, I'm not. Yeah. I actually think that the Jermaine Franklin fight today was actually a good selection of opponent, because Franklin, although, you know, he's got fast hands, he was pretty durable. He wasn't really a big puncher, so he wasn't really going to hurt Joshua. And Joshua was able to control the fight. So the only thing is with Fury, and the other thing I don't like about Joshua at times, sometimes I feel like he's not physically that strong. I mean, there was times in there that Franklin was pushing him about. I mean, Franklin was a small guy. I mean, compared to Joshua, I mean, Franklin shouldn't be able to move Joshua. He's that big, you know, and that's the only thing I worry about for Joshua when he fights Fury, because Fury is very physically strong and Fury can bully you on the inside. And Fury also can crack a little bit as well. That's going to be a very, very tough night. And Fury's, in my opinion, the better boxer. It's going to be hard. That fight's going to be very, very hard. But like I said, I think Joshua's got nothing to lose at this point. I just think that's the perfect fight for him. I think that's the perfect fight for him. And I think it's a fight he should take. It's a fight he should take next. Because like I said, I think someone else could beat Joshua. Dillian Whyte could beat Joshua. Joe Joyce could beat Joshua. You know, these type of guys could beat Joshua. So he might as well jump into the big, big fights with Fury and Wilder, because those are the two fights that we've always wanted to see. I'll take either. I've seen the Dillian Whyte fight. I'm not as interested in that fight. I want to see him fight Wilder or I want to see him fight Wilder or Fury. That's it. I think after those two fights, look, he might fight either of them. If he loses, he might retire anyway. But ideally, I think the Fury fight, because if he retires not facing Wilder, I don't think it's as bad. I think if he retires not facing Fury, I think that would be a bit gutting for the fans and himself. I think he'd probably be able to live with himself if he doesn't fight Wilder. But I think if he doesn't fight Fury, I think he'd probably stay with him and he'd probably think, I wish, I fought Fury. Look, that's a fight that the UK has wanted for a long time, you know. I think in the last 10 years, I think the only UK fight that the people probably wanted as much, but not as big a scale as this, is probably Khan Brook. And we finally got that, you know, right at the end. But that was a fight that was, you know, wanted for a very long time. I think this fight's even bigger, that people have wanted even more. So let's hope that they can get it on. Do I think they get it on? I'm not sure. Fury seems to be very difficult to deal with these days. But I honestly think if Fury's not going to fight Usyk next, I honestly think, what's Fury doing? That's the perfect fight for Fury. Because Fury should be able to beat Joshua pretty comfortably. And look, he might even do it emphatically. Who knows? And look, I actually think it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight. Look, I know we're all saying that Fury should win the fight. But Joshua, if he goes gung-ho, if he tries to go after Fury, like I said, he could hurt Fury. Fury's been hurt by lesser punches than Joshua. The only problem Joshua is the confidence. He just needs to believe in himself and just go after it and say, you know what, I don't care if I get knocked out. I just feel like Joshua's too afraid of getting knocked out. I think he should forget about all of that and just say, you know what, it's either me or you. And that's how I think he should approach the Fury fight. Because Fury will find a way to beat him otherwise. If he goes in there, doesn't give Fury time to think, jump on him, just start throwing quick combinations. That's another thing. Joshua doesn't let his hands go. He doesn't throw quick combinations anymore. And today, I think he could have got Franklin out of there, but he kept throwing single shots. You know, and Franklin was obviously very durable. He needs to throw more punches in combinations like he used to do before. He doesn't do it anymore. But yeah, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.